Welcome to the Matty B Files, the podcast that broadcasts Tokyo subculture. I'm here in the ISA studio, post JamCast, in the Flip Sound studio, from the Flip Sound studio with Nikolas Faraguna. How's it going, bud? How you doing?
Hey, pretty effing good. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. So we recorded a JamCast number 6. We're up to number 6.
6, wow.
We're still, we're ironing it out, but I thought we had some great parts today. We covered some interesting genres. We did a lot of 6/8, 3/4 kind of stuff today, which sounds pretentious, but it's really just a groove.
Yeah, it was good. The stuff we did today was really cool. Pretty different from what we normally do. Again, there was the transgender Nazi issue, but
there was that, and we got to come. There was the transgender Nazi, the looper.
The looper, yeah, that's what it was.
We encourage this diversity thing, so we have this looper thing.
Exactly.
But
everybody's welcome. Yeah.
We covered some 6/8 dark blues. We covered some country jam. Mm-hmm. We covered what did we play at the beginning there? It was like a 6/8 folk groove.
Mm-hmm.
And we had some synth saxophone, but the looper was always like we're two cisgendered straight white males, and we're still trying to figure out how to cohesively work with the transgendered Nazi. The looper is it's basically just equipment. It's technically Nikolas's equipment. So can you just give us a little rundown on your Nazi transgendered friend, and why is it so hard to work with this entity?
Well, that's a good question.
Do you even know how to answer this?
I'll say no. Yeah, well, sometimes maybe some.
But technically speaking, what's the looper?
Technically speaking, basically, it's a loop machine, and it has 3 tracks, and you can do up to 3 individual loops and unlimited overdubbing. So it can be a bit of a bitch to work with sometimes. It's very versatile, like we were just saying. Like, we're open to all races, all sexes, all
Nazis. No, we're not.
Well,
Nazis. This one just happens to be.
It's a bit of a.
It's a Nazi because it kind of takes over. That's the way we say it. It's like Nazi. But we'll get into that. We're gonna get into the jam. We'll come out of the jam and we'll do some deconstruction. So
perfect.
Let's call this JamCast Into the Stars.
Some really good grooves in there. Check it out.
So that was the jam. That's what we did. Moments, of course. I love doing it, of course. Like, it's so much fun. That's the thing.
Actually,
there's like two minds about it. There's the act of doing it, the act of knowing it's going to get done. The pressure as well. Like, you're under this immense pressure and you want to have a good jam. And so, but there's these little tiny things that kind of get in the way. Especially with the transgendered Nazi looper who always seems to come in right at the right point. So what do you think? Because we already listened to the jam. What do you think, Nikolas?
Basically exactly what you just said. I think we kind of had a bit of an idea of what we were doing when we went into it, and we did what we wanted to do. Of course, the looper.
The looper.
Oh man, every time I use that looper now, it's gonna be like trans fucking gender Nazi.
Well, we're working on a solution. I think we found it with the looper. We're not going to tell the listeners because why would we? But
nope.
It's an ongoing incorporation of working on improving past mistakes and then introducing new things at the same time, knowing that it's going to get published, whether it's perfect or not. And then maybe after a few more months, we'll reach some sort of not an exodus, that's the wrong word, some sort of nexus point where it all comes together.
Yeah, I think if you go back and listen to our first maybe 2 JamCasts,
which I recommend you do.
You got to check it out from the beginning. Listen to everyone. You'll hear the transitions and compare it to what we did today and last week or whatever to any jam. And then next time, I mean, as a listener and as a player, you're going to have a good experience and you're going to learn from it in so many different ways. It's really enjoyable. Check it out.
I would actually even recommend people adopt this approach. There's so many songwriters. I'm a songwriter. There's so many songwriters. There's so many bands, and people want to have their own approach. One way to do it is to have instrumental based jam recordings where you publish it yourself on your own websites. I think that could be a solution or a new approach instead of always having to deal with band members that come and go. People move in, they move out, and stuff like that. Nikolas and I, we just get this 2 people, and we try to work very creatively with each other and publish it. And one of those things is that I got this from Thelonious Sphere Monk III. That sounds pretentious. One of the things that I got this from Thelonious Monk is that, like, people say he might have had some mental issues, and he probably did, because of just you research it yourself. But
don't we all?
Don't we all? Exactly. But one of the things he said is like, "Oh, you made a mistake on this recording? Don't do it next time."
Exactly.
And it's a lifelong thing. If you work on perfection the entire time, you never know what it's like to live with your mistakes.
Anything in life.
And it feels like I'm like harping on mistakes. Well, no, I thought some of those 6/8 grooves were cool, man. And it's nice to just say like, "Hey, man, let's play 6/8. Let's record." Boom, and then we do it.
Yep, absolutely.
Final thoughts, Nikolas.
Final thoughts? Yeah, basically exactly what you just said. Yeah.
On the JamCast experience or jamming in general.
Like what Matt just said, basically, songwriters, bands, musicians, anybody out there, don't rely on transgender loopers and computer machines to help you writing your songs.
That's what we're guilty of.
I mean, they're great. They can be very assisting, but always jam out your tunes. Feel that groove, jam it out. That's where the creativity comes in.
Yeah. It's like a mixture of looking into the deepest part of your being and playing that out, and then connecting it with the technical ability of your fingers.
Exactly.
So
Yes.
how much introspection have you done, and how much training have you done to accomplish the tasks that you want to do? And obviously, Nikolas and I, we do okay. We might need some improvement, but we hope you enjoyed the JamCast. JamCast
Enjoy.
number 6.
See you next time.
Cheers, folks.
Mufka.